Do you want a boy or a girl?
Oh jeez, I know what you're gonna say.
A lot of people wanted to know if we're gonna have a known donor. Someone wants to know who's gonna be the stricter parent.
Who do you think?
What is up, you guys? Welcome back to our channel. Today we're doing a really fun video because I have been waiting to talk about all of these things for so long, ever since we posted the video where we announced that we were trying to get pregnant.
We kind of haven't really talked about it. We've like very briefly mentioned it, but it's been like a big part of our lives.
Big part. We've started taking so many steps. We're like going to doctor's appointments and doing so many things, and you guys have so many questions, so we wanted to do a huge baby Q&A talking about how we're going to be doing it, because a lot of people don't know how two women have a baby.
We'll tell you in explicit detail.
Before we get into it, make sure to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up. If you have any other questions, leave them below so we can make part 2 and answer all of your questions.
So if you haven't seen our announcement video of we're having a baby, we'll link that in the description below, but in it we asked you guys to comment any questions that you had, so we looked over all those. Abbie also made a post, or what do you call it, story?
Instagram story
asking for even more questions, so we know that we're answering all of your guys' questions.
First question is, how did you guys decide who is going to carry the baby?
Abbie is the woman in our relationship, so that's why we decided. No, why did we decide you?
A long time we decided that it was gonna be you, and we kind of like went back and forth.
We went back and forth a lot.
Because we're both want to carry a baby, and we're around the same age, so it was kind of hard to like make that decision. I feel like we talked about it for months.
Yeah.
Like it was really hard to make.
Switching back and forth who was gonna do it, because I'm older. So we thought my eggs are dying quickly.
The way that our jobs are, the way that our life is right now, it just makes more sense for me to do it. I hate, like if I were to see her go through all the like painful things of pregnancy, I don't know if I would do it after. And I really want to carry a baby. I've always wanted to experience that. So
Abbie works herself up about things with anxiety, and so it does kind of make more sense for her to do it first. But I'm like starting my career right now too, so it's like it would be really bad timing for me.
Right. And I know I only want to do it once, so I maybe twice, but honestly probably only once. So I want to just get it over with while I'm young and healthy, and it just makes sense for our life right now.
But then I'm next.
She's next.
I'm going next.
Probably like maybe a year or two after. I want to have a baby shortly after. Someone else asked, will you be using Julia's eggs? So if you don't know what this means, it's called IVF. It's where they take out Julia's eggs and they would fertilize it with the sperm and the egg under a microscope, and they would put it inside my body.
This is very common with lesbian couples, because then it's like you're both contributing.
DNA. I mean, not both your DNA, it would still just be her DNA, but I would carry essentially her DNA.
So it's kind of cool.
It is very cool, but at the end of the day, that's not what's important to us. What's most important is having a healthy baby. Our baby could be any type of race, it could have any type of disability, and we would love it the exact same. So it's not as important for us to go through that whole procedure when we could do it so much easier at home in like a more intimate way with each other.
It's very clinical doing that process.
Julia,
get knocked out.
If you don't know, she's a donor. She actually donated her eggs, and the procedure was not...
Yeah, like if we were to do that, the taking out of the eggs is the same exact thing as what I've been through already. And they just knock me out, and then I'm high afterwards. Like it's not really.
And I have to drive her home, and it's like it doesn't seem like a situation that we want. We want everything to be not as natural. We're not saying that it has to be natural, but we want it to be as calming and as relaxing as we would hope.
Also, it's a lot of money. So it's like, is it worth it?
Yeah.
I have dreams sometimes about like traveling to different countries and finding like a baby, like an orphan baby, and just taking it home.
I've had those dreams too. But if that happened, we would do it, because that's just what's important to us is that we have a baby.
Yeah.
Next question is if we have chose a donor.
Yes. We kind of talked about this in actually the announcement video.
We did say that we had picked a donor, but we weren't 100% sure. Now we are 100% sure. We know exactly what sperm bank we're going to be going through. We did a lot of research during this time to decide, and from the beginning we knew that we wanted to go through Fairfax. If you guys don't know who they are a sperm bank essentially. They have our sperm donor.
We've been doing research since like for months and months and months, so long, looking at all of the different sperm banks, trying to find which one was the best.
Right. And
we decided we definitely wanted to be with Fairfax, which is why it's so exciting that this video is sponsored by Fairfax.
We are so grateful that they want to be partnering with us. And we are just so excited because we have picked a donor, and we knew whether they were sponsoring this video or not, that's who we were going to go through. So when we tried to pick a sperm donor, I really wanted to find a donor that resembled the same features as Julia. I love dark hair and I love dark eyes. I think it's the cutest thing ever. It's just so cute. So when we were looking for a donor, that's obviously what we looked for. Ethnicity wasn't really like our top priority, really. It was just making sure that they were compatible with us.
We had the weirdest hang-ups. So for some reason we'd be looking at one and they'd be great, and then we'd read that they're a cat person. And I'd be like, no. But the nice thing about Fairfax is they do like more testing than any other sperm bank out
and
there.
They give you so much more information.
Their website is super easy to use too, which is like the weirdest thing. You wouldn't think this, but so many like sperm bank websites suck.
It completely turned us off to any other websites because we feel so much more like safe and secure and feeling like we're going through like a reputable company with them. So when we were picking a donor, it was actually really exciting. We did like the full access and we looked through literally every sperm donor on there.
And we are actually going to be giving you guys full access for 90 days free. That's worth $130.
So that's crazy.
That's a good deal. Yeah. So we upgraded to full, and it's way worth it. You get to see all the pictures, you get to see way more information, you get to actually hear the donor's voice, which is something that we really liked. That was another reason we really wanted our donor, is because you could hear like in his voice how much he cared about it. Yeah. If you guys want to use our code and get 90 days free access to the full membership, our code is EnsignFam. How cute.
And if you're just thinking of starting a family or you just want to know the process, it's really great. All you have to do is put in our code and you get full access to see everything. Even if you're not trying right now, I mean, we've been preparing for this for I'd say like a year.
It's like just to look through all of the like different donors and think about it.
You never know what you want until you actually start looking and it actually becomes real. So we're so excited.
Check out the link in our description. Use code EnsignFam. Do it.
So when I posted this on Instagram, I mentioned that you guys can ask like unbaby related questions too, because I feel like a lot of people ask non-baby related questions in our baby video. So one of the questions we got a lot is, what are our jobs?
What? People ask that all the time. I feel like we've answered that before.
We're the type of people that we don't have one set job. We used to be the type of people that had one job and we would go there every single day and that was that, but we do so many things. I mean, YouTube is our job, which we're so grateful for. We do like things on Instagram, but we've also done real estate. If you've seen our flipping an ugly house video,
we never had an update on that, by the way. We sold it. It was like a good outcome. We thought no one cared.
It was a very stressful situation. Doing real estate is just so much more stressful than you could ever imagine. So
this is just a lot of things that go into it, and this is like we hadn't ever flipped a house before. That was the first time, so it was just a lot of like a learning curve.
And it was scary, obviously, like we put a lot into it, but yeah. And then I just do sales and Julia does other real estate stuff. So that's pretty much our jobs. One of the other questions was, how many kids do you want?
We want either 2 or 3.
3 would be the max.
Right, no more than 3. I think we're gonna only end up having 2.
If I had a boy and a girl, that would be like, praise the Lord, so amazing.
Yeah.
But if I had like 2 boys or like 2 girls, then I would want to have a third and see if I could.
If we do have a third, we're gonna adopt the third. Yeah. That's what our plan is, because I think we both want to get pregnant once.
Plans change, so that's.
You never know. That's why we're kind of up in the air. We don't want to like settle on something and then change it.
Because you just never know. So we got this question a lot, is if we plan to do a home birth.
Do we? I don't know.
Since I'm going to be the one carrying, obviously it's essentially my decision. Obviously we talk it over because I'm
in charge.
But it's my body, so I'm really going to be the one deciding. Yeah. And right now I don't really know. I feel like I would love to do a natural birth, but I think I'd rather do it at a hospital than at home, but that could change. I'm not sure yet.
And they have those like birth centers that are really nice now.
Yeah, with like the big tubs and stuff.
We'll see. We're still figuring that part out. But she's not even pregnant yet, guys.
Yeah. Well, we only have 2 months, literally.
Oh, I know. We're getting close.
We do it. I mean, obviously, a lot of people think that like we're pregnant right now. We're not pregnant right now. I wish we were.
Do people think that?
Yeah, people have asked like, how's the pregnancy? And I'm like, what pregnancy? So this was an interesting one that someone asked, but they asked if we get any homophobic remarks from neighbors.
I think we ever have.
No. We are very homebodies.
We have no idea. So we talked to some of them sometimes, and they've been nice. Not like enough for them to be homophobic.
Yeah.
I don't know.
If anything, maybe they just think we're sisters.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, this one we got asked a lot too. Do you want a boy or a girl?
Oh jeez. I know what you're gonna say.
I would love a girl.
I'm
But
worried
again,
she's jinxing us
I'm
because
not.
she talks about how much she wants a girl all the time.
I would love to have a baby girl, but I don't care either way.
There you go. That's a good answer.
Do you have a preference?
I don't have a preference. I don't care at all. For some reason, when I imagine being a mom, my child is always a boy.
See, but I'm the opposite. It's always a girl.
Oh, that's weird. So we are probably gonna have a boy and a girl.
Maybe we'll have twins.
Yeah.
Think we can do it?
Yeah, we can do it. We can do anything.
Wow. So this kind of goes along with the question about if we're using your eggs. A lot of people ask if we're going to be doing IVF. And so I think maybe we should explain like a little bit of how our process works because we want to try it at home first. Basically, we're not going to be doing IVF at an actual doctor's office. We're going to be doing IUI. So it's a little bit different. I think we can still do it at home. We have our appointment to decide fully how we can do it next Friday. So in like a week.
We really want to do it at home.
If not, we'll do it at the doctor's office too, but it's a little bit more of an intimate experience when it's just intrauterine insemination.
So we'll try that first for sure.
If it doesn't work, then
it's not working, then we'll have to have a doctor get in the bedroom with us, but
oh my gosh. Someone asked, do we have any names picked out?
yeah, and you guys aren't knowing them.
We have names picked out, but we're gonna keep them a secret.
Hit that subscribe button. Eventually you'll
What's
figure
this?
it out. I don't know.
Is this how you hit it? Pow, pow! Okay, this is interesting because we always talk about this,
Okay.
but someone asked if we are scared that we are going to have twins. I always dream that I have twin girls all the time. I've dreamt it like so many times, but no, I'm not scared. I don't think I will, but
So many lesbian couples have twins. I think it's just because people do like IVF a lot, and it's more common to have twins when you do that.
right.
Okay.
Also, if you're taking medication to like help the ovulation process,
Yeah.
you're more likely to have things like that, but
Probably we won't be doing that, so probably we won't have twins.
who knows? Okay, this one was interesting. I didn't think of this like before I wrote it down. Will you be raising your child gender neutral? Someone wants to know.
I don't think so. Well, okay, first of all, we'll love our kids no matter what. If our kid wants to be gender neutral, I don't care. If our kid is, you know, a boy that's very feminine, if you seem like they're trans from a young age, we're gonna love them, we're gonna take care of their needs, obviously.
Yeah.
But we'll probably just...
We're not gonna make it like a priority to make sure it's gender neutral.
Yeah.
We obviously, if families decide to do that, I think that's great. That's totally on them.
For sure. Our kids can do whatever they want. If they want to be whatever gender they want, they can do that. I don't care.
So I really wanted to add this question in here because when we put out our video where we announced we were trying, we had a lot of hate that we were too young. And I think people don't realize how old we are. I think they think that we're younger than we are.
So I'm 45.
And I'm 70.
Yeah. So I think we're old enough.
I'm gonna be 24 soon.
I'm 25. So, I mean, I guess we're not that old. I think so many lesbian couples don't have kids until they're in their 30s, which is fine, like you do you, but like, I don't know, we want to have kids right now, so why not?
Yeah.
Also, we live in Utah where people have kids when they're 18.
Yeah, people get married out.
Everybody gets married right when they're 18 and they have a kid right away.
So people think that we're like old.
Yeah, we're old. Like, we have friends that have like 3 or 4 kids, you know?
Yeah.
So we're way behind.
We are really behind. So I thought this was interesting as well, touching into the donor. A lot of people wanted to know if we're gonna have a known donor.
We kind of already answered the question.
Yeah, so when you go through like a bank like Fairfax, you can kind of pick. I mean, no one's gonna be a known donor. We're not using someone like a family member or some friend. We decided not to do that. That's just not in our comfort zone. We totally agree if other people do it.
Yeah, like whatever, you do you. But it's like for us, it just feels nice to have that kind of level of separation, which is another reason we like Fairfax.
Yeah, because it is in order. Everything is like taken care of for you, really. Someone wants to know who's gonna be the stricter parent.
Who do you think?
You.
Why?
Because with the dogs, I'm always like the lovey-dovey.
You're such a pushover.
Yeah.
They'll like pee on the rug and you'll be like, it's okay.
And you're like the one who punishes them, I feel like. They're just so cute.
I don't think either of us are going to be very strict parents. But
I mean, who knows? I don't know. I'm not a parent yet, so I have no
we'll
idea.
see.
So those are all the questions that I have. Like I said, if you have other questions, leave them below because we can't answer everybody's question in one video. That would be crazy, but I hope this kind of helped. And we're gonna make so many more videos about our process and literally like from tracking ovulation and when we're doing the inseminations. If you want to follow along and kind of come along with our journey, make sure to subscribe.
Today's post notification shout out goes to Merry-Go-Round Night. Thank you. Thank you. Oh.
Thank you.
Thrown off right now.
Thank you.
We love you. Thank you for having your post notifications on. If the rest of you people would also like to post notifications, shout out.
Hit that bell.
Hit the bell.
Let us know that
Comment.
you got us on. And you might be in our next video. Alright, we're popping off.
Make sure you follow us on Instagram too, because Abbie posts stuff like the Q&A for this. And if you want to be a part of our video, then you do that.
And we're going to be talking more about Fairfax on Instagram. So make sure to go check that out. Follow them. And yes, that's pretty much it.